your eyes and look right up above.
To heaven.
Evan and Kevin's, Evan and Kevin's 10 to 11.
Evan and Kevin's 10 to 11 show.
Happy Friday.
Kevin's 10 to 11 show.
Happy Friday.
It's not.
Happy.
It's Tuesday.
Happy Thursday.
And what it is, it's also late night bingo night, which means our core audience is
Everyone.
mostly deceased,
It's
for lack of
pretty
a
much,
better term.
It's just you guys.
But you faithful, loyal,
Why aren't you
beautiful
guys
viewers,
at late night
you
bingo?
guys should be at late night bingo. It's much better than what we're dishing out tonight.
Ditch our show.
Actually,
go to
don't. We
late
thank
night
you so much
bingo.
for coming in. What we have today is something very special. It's our 10th episode, which
What number did you just say?
I said number 10.
Number 10.
Which doesn't sound like a lot, but it feels like a lot.
That feels like a lot.
It feels like a whole lot.
The
So
10th
What we
episode.
wanted to do was something a little different. Instead of telling our stories and asking you to ask for advice, which we rarely do anyway. We rarely
Yeah,
give
pretty
advice
much.
on this advice show anymore.
We don't.
But that's okay. What we're going to do instead is we're going to give you some top 10s of our opinions that we believe fully and truly.
Oh yeah, I will fight these to the end of the
And
earth.
so this is going to be probably the most controversial episode of
We're
Evan
gonna
and Kevin's
fight.
10 to
You-
11,
you
even
might-
between us.
You might just hear me push the microphone out of the way at one point in order to pounce on Evan.
If you
and
just
fight
hear
him to the death.
screams or like some kind of gunshot or something like that, just
Jeez, man.
don't, just
What do you
ignore
think
it.
we are, savages?
Go to late night bingo.
We don't fight with guns. That is a
Maybe you don't.
beastly thing to
Maybe
do.
you don't. So we're going to start with our first top 10. And
All right.
this one already, when we were discussing it, caused a little bit of tension
Yeah.
between
we were-
us when we were
Woo.
playing in the show. This one is top 10 fast food restaurants.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound important, but think about it.
Top 10 fast food restaurants is a pretty big deal.
It is.
I mean, when you need to get dinner and you say, "Oh my goodness, we only have 5 minutes to get dinner. We
and
gotta go
$6,
fast." And $6.99, then
then where are you going to go?
you gotta know where to go.
All right, so I'm going to start with my list. I'm going to go from
You're
10
starting with your.
I'm going to start with mine.
your whole list.
From 10 to 1.
Okay, go ahead.
From 10 to 1.
Go ahead.
Okay. And then we have to explain number 11. We have what we call the sad 11.
Oh yeah.
Our sad 11 is like our least favorite of all time.
It's basically the sad 11th is pretty much like we're only saying it because we want to get across how much we hate whatever it is.
We despise whatever is number 11. But like 10 through 1, it's good, but 10 is obviously worse than 1.
Right.
So I'm going to go ahead and start. For me, at number 10, we have Taco Bell. Doritos Locos Tacos is the only reason it's on this list.
Yeah, that's
No,
generous.
Just wait.
That's
Just wait.
generous.
Just wait for your turn. Okay. Number 9, McDonald's. I like the chicken tenders, but it doesn't make me feel good after I eat it, and I don't eat it nearly as much as I did when I was a child. Number 8, Wendy's beats it out just by a hair.
Just by a hair.
Just by a hair.
Wendy's is so much better than McDonald's. You
Debatable.
liar.
They don't have the chicken tenders though. That's what's important.
They have-
Number 7.
Go ahead.
Number 7 is Culver's. You've been
What?
to Culver's? Have you been to Culver's?
No, what is that?
It's really good, is what it is. They have what's called butter burgers.
It's really good. That's why it's in 7th place.
Hey, all these are really good. But it's got Butterburgers and custard's why it's on there. Number 6, oddly enough, Five Guys,
Oh,
burgers and lice.
I thought you said Thigh Guys, and I was
That-
like, that's a
that's
weird restaurant.
It's a different list, Kevin.
Thigh Guys.
Number 5, Popeyes, slicing up freshness.
I don't think I've ever eaten at Popeyes either.
It's like KFC, but good.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's going to make some people mad that like KFC. Number 4, Qdoba. I'm not
Yeah.
a big Mexican restaurant fan, but when I want some, Qdoba's where I go.
I didn't eat Qdoba until like recently. Like it was like senior year at St. X when we were like, I think I was with Austin Coke and Adam Price, and we were like, hey, we should go to Qdoba, and I was like, I've never eaten there, but sure, and I've liked it ever since.
Yeah,
It's a really good
I
place.
I get the same thing every time, steak quesadilla, but it's always good, and the queso is also pretty good.
Mm.
Number 3, we're getting into the big 3. Number 3 for me,
Yep.
Steak and Shake.
Oh, okay.
No-
I support you.
I can get like 2 meals for $8.
Yep.
2 full meals. The only bad experience I've had there is one time I got chicken tenders and they gave them to me raw.
Oh.
And I said, hey, I have a question. My chicken is raw. And then they gave me my whole meal for free. But other than that, it's a great experience. Nowhere
Yeah.
can you get food so cheap from employees who care so little. Number 2, Chick-fil-A.
Wow.
Number 2 is Chick-fil-A.
That's really high up.
Honestly, the sauce, the Chick-fil-A sauce, is one of the main reasons why it's up here.
It's a really darn good sauce, but still, Jesus.
I love it. I order, like, whenever I go there, I ask, how many Chick-fil-A sauce can you legally give me? And I just take as many as they allow me to have, and I use it on everything.
Nice.
Number 1, though?
Number 1.
Number 1?
Drrrr.
Cane's.
What?
Cane's. Raising Cane's chicken fingers.
I did not expect
Really? You
that.
didn't see that coming?
No, not at all.
While I do like Chick-fil-A sauce better than Cane's sauce, well, depending on my mood, but most of the time.
You make fun of Cane's whenever we go, though. Your
But I
roommate,
still go.
Your roommate only
My
eats
roommate
Cane's.
is obsessed with Cane's. He's on an all Cane's diet, and I would make fun of him more for it if I didn't love Cane's so much myself.
Fun fact: his roommate received $40 to go to $40 for Raising Cane's at Christmas, and he has already used up those $40 in what, like 3 weeks now?
It hasn't been long enough.
Yeah, Woo!
I mean, to be honest though, I'd probably go as often as he did if I had the expendable income.
What's your sad 11th?
Oh, right. Sad 11. Sad 11th is Chipotle.
You hate Chipotle?
I do not like it at all.
Explain.
When I'm going to be honest, I've only eaten there a couple times, but both times I had it, the chips were soggy and cold, and it didn't come with queso, and the quesadilla was not good.
Huh. Quick question.
Answer?
My sister sent in a question. She says,
Is it relevant to this?
yes.
Okay,
She
cool.
says, does he like Zaxby's, though?
Zaxby's is good, but I've only had it when they cater it to my work. We get free lunch on Saturdays,
Okay.
and a lot of times it's Zaxby's, so I really do like it, but having never actually paid for my food there, I didn't feel justified in putting it on the list.
Okay. All right.
So, but yes, I like all the chicken restaurants, most of the chicken restaurants.
I've never had Zaxby's.
It's really good. The sauce is like cane sauce, but kind of not sour, but tangy.
Yeah.
It's
That's
pretty good.
that's weird. Okay, I need you to. I don't know. I feel like you should explain more why you hate Chipotle, though.
I've given you at both times I've been there, the food was subpar at best, and I just wanted to go to Qdoba afterwards.
I can't really argue with you because I don't like or dislike Chipotle.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's a lot of people that are like
Yeah.
searing in pain right now hearing
If
that your
you
least
have
favorite
your
is
own
Chipotle.
opinions about our list, please send them
Yeah,
in.
send in
We
some
definitely wanna hear them.
some mean hate comments, guys.
We're gonna get hate mail for this episode. Now, I've given my list, and
You want my top 10
I've
list?
gotten my hate mail. So, well, I haven't gotten any yet.
All
I've
right.
set myself up for it.
I've got my list
You
right
got
here.
your list on your phone. Okay.
Here's my top 10
You better not have changed it
fast
because I have
food
it written
restaurants.
down.
No, here we go.
Number 10.
Number 10, we're starting off. I gotta respect them because they're the biggest boy, but also McDonald's. Come on, you're not that great. The food is pretty just eh.
I feel like either I got older or McDonald's got worse because like I enjoyed it so much more as a kid.
Yeah, I don't know. They're not really there. You just respect them because they're big. Number 9, kind of the same thing. It's KFC. I gotta respect them because it's Kentucky, but at the same time, like KFC's kind of gross, really. Like
It's like Popeyes, but it makes you feel like a bad person.
you get a bucket of grease with every meal.
Just get a bucket.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'd like one bucket.
It would
please.
still come. If you asked for just a bucket, it would still be covered in grease when you got it. You'd be like,
Like
just give
there's
me a
not even
plate.
any chicken in here.
They're like, oh, but it's always everything's greasy here. Number 8, I have Chick-fil-A, just because like this is where you're starting to get like, it's pretty good, but it's not like
Okay.
amazing.
What are you talking about?
It's just okay.
How?
Like the sauce is really good, but everything else is
The
just
chicken is so good.
it's just chicken.
It's second only to Cane's.
It's chicken. That's all it is. It's chicken.
All right, I'm not gonna get mad. This is the first list. I can't get mad yet. We're gonna throw down.
All right. Number 5, or sorry, number
7.
Number 7, Steak and Shake.
Mhm.
Now, listen, I really like Steak
Okay,
and Shake.
all right. Explain
I
yourself.
they're great. They have great burgers, great shakes. The only thing I don't like is their fries. They got those
Oh.
they got those teeny, teeny, tiny
That's the
little fries.
perfect fries. You grab like a
No.
whole chunk and handful,
No.
swipe it through the ketchup, and just eat it like a bundle of twigs. Or
No,
something.
you might as well just go out in your backyard and take a big thing of grass and put it in your mouth.
You're making me mad. So
That's how thin
move
the
on.
fries are.
Move on, I
the
said.
fries are thin. My bad. All right. 6.
Okay, but like you're wrong though.
Okay,
First of all,
6th place. Wendy's.
right.
Wendy's, you're like,
this not too big of a discrepancy.
they
from
just
mine.
have good burgers, 5. I ate here for the very first time recently. Really enjoyed it. Arby's.
Oh, we
Yum.
have the meats.
They have really good burgers.
I've never actually been to Arby's.
It's
You want to take me on a date sometime?
no, but I'll go with you as a pal.
Okay.
4, Qdoba. 4th place goes to Qdoba.
That's the same spot I have it.
Okay, well then we agree. Ta-da.
There we go. That's good.
3rd place. A
This is
lot
the
of
big
people
3.
made fun of me for this one. 3rd place, I'm gonna say Dairy Queen.
Okay.
I think a lot of people underrate Dairy Queen.
See, I'm not a big fan of ice cream.
Oh, I am.
Their food is decent. It's all right. Like there's one right next to my
It's
work.
like it's good comfort food. You know, it's
yeah,
just like
that's
I
true.
just need
the
like
gravy too.
right.
With the chicken tenders.
It's just like I just want some real quick, just comfort food. Just make me nice and happy.
If I had an 11th spot on my list that wasn't sad, that would have gone to Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I really like you, Dairy Queen. There's also one that's very close to my house, so like me and my parents will sometimes go there. It's very nice. 2nd place is going to Cane's.
Okay.
And that, I mean, Cane's has really built up a rep this year, hasn't
If
it?
my roommate's listening, he's gonna be so happy with our decision.
Yeah, 1st and 2nd place to Cane's. We've gone there so much since we've started at Bellarmine. It's not healthy.
It's not, but it's a good restaurant.
And number 1,
Ooh.
a big surprise. This was even a big surprise for me to say. Sonic.
But why?
The food is, in my opinion, it's kind of the same thing as Dairy Queen. It's just like good comfort food. They've got some really nice seating if you go on like a nice like warm summer day. They got seating
It's just-
outside.
I'm
And then
squabble here.
but
It's
here's
just
here's
picnic tables.
listen, here's the best part about Sonic. Roller skates.
Okay, but I don't think you can take that into account.
Did I just blow up everyone's speakers?
That was a bit of ASMR.
Roller skates though. The freaking waiters are on roller skates there, and it's so
hang
great.
On. So you're saying if you went to McDonald's and the waiters like skateboarded out to you?
Yeah, then they would get sat 11th because they're
What?
trying to copy Sonic.
No. That's not how this works.
That is how this works. Sonic is number 1.
Let's say that Sonic didn't pioneer the mobile waiter phenomenon.
Okay.
Let's say they both had it. Let's say McDonald's has skateboarders,
Yeah.
McSonic's has
Mhm.
has roller skates, but they do it at the same time, and they've always done it like that.
Okay.
Would McDonald's be any higher on your list?
No, because they didn't. And I'm not.
Hypothetically.
No, I'm not doing any hypotheticals. They didn't.
You're not making me happy.
Also, I talked about how Sonic's food is good comfort food. McDonald's food is not.
I,
McDonald's food is like
but like Sonic
McDonald's food is
just
like we're about to like
mediocre.
take it back. The food is not mediocre.
There is. I mean, no, it's okay.
I'm going to my sad 11th. Excuse me.
Okay.
All right. That hurt a little bit. Their food's great though. All right.
Give me your sad 11.
My sad 11th. This is just it's one fast food restaurant
Be ready,
that
ladies and gentlemen,
I can't
to
support.
get your pitchforks and torches.
While Qdoba is the peak of like Mexican fast food, you know, it's so good, so tasty, so wholesome. If you were to take that and mix it with the grease that you get from KFC, you get my sad 11th, Taco Bell. I'm sorry, Taco Bell.
Okay, but you're wrong.
No, Taco
but
Bell.
you're wrong.
No,
though.
Taco Bell's gross.
Okay. That's not. These are fast food restaurants, so being gross is not a disqualifier from being a good restaurant.
Taco Bell's gross.
That's fine, but if it's like midnight and you're hungry,
You go to Cane's.
no.
Yes.
Let's say you have $5. You can't
You-
get anything at Cane's.
Yes, you can. You get the smallest box combo.
No,
You
then
lied.
that's not enough food. At Taco Bell, I can get like 50 tacos and like a bucket of lard or something.
Okay, and you realize what that's going to do for you?
It's gonna kill me, but I'm not hungry anymore.
It's so gross.
The
I'm
Cool
not-
Ranch Doritos tacos is like heaven on earth.
You might as well just get Cool Ranch Doritos. It's better.
No, because that doesn't have meat and cheese in it.
You might as well just
Do you think
Go-
do you think I go to Taco Bell because they have quality food? Do you think I want to
That's why I go to restaurants.
You want to fast food restaurants?
I mean, yeah, if I'm going to DQ or Sonic, then I want some...
DQ does not. That's not quality food. That's
It's comfort food.
It's not quality though.
Well, you're not going to like a
Exactly,
Michelin
that's what I'm
star
saying, that's what I'm
restaurant.
saying.
Like, oh,
I'm not
I would
gonna
like my
take
cuisine
the time and
or-
money. I'm not gonna take the time and money to get Cool Ranch Doritos tacos and put my own meat and cheese on it.
You know what?
That's why I go to Taco Bell and pay
Taco Bell-
$1 and like 23 cents to get a Cool Ranch Dorito Loco taco.
No. Sorry. I'm ringing my bell, and I'm saying those tacos are not good.
Oh.
I mean, I'm sorry. If people
Oh, I
disagree...
got a message from one of our best friends of all time. He
Oh,
said
he complaining?
Yeah, he said make him take it back. I assume about Taco Bell.
Who is it? Let me...
It's Sal.
Okay. Sorry, bud. Taco Bell's gross.
That's like I said. That's not a disqualifier.
It's really nasty.
It's.
Someone find me a fast food
Have you
restaurant
had a
that is...
quesarito?
Someone find me
Have
a
you
fast
had a
food...
quesarito? Answer my question.
Someone find me
Answer
a
my
fast food...
Answer my query. Have you had a quesarito?
Okay, I'm going to answer your question. Someone find me a fast food restaurant that's more gross than Taco Bell.
Answer the question.
I'm not going to answer your question.
You said you were going to answer the question.
Well, that's just so that you would give me a turn to speak.
I'm not a huge fan of Kevin right now. Let's be honest.
We've been arguing for a few days.
This is like the tamest one too.
I've been really getting him good. You know, Evan's obsessed with Radiohead.
Don't you dare
and
say
I've
I will
been-
kill you on the air.
Okay, can I just... I just want to ask the audience, though. I'm sure, like,
You
people
can
out...
ask them whatever you want as long as you don't mind getting stricken.
I'm sure people out there know the band U2. Now, true or false? A lot of U2's songs are pretty much the exact same thing as Radiohead songs.
I will kill
It's
you
not-
for saying that.
Evan's obsessed with Radiohead. He doesn't get over it.
That's not the... You're just wrong. That's not the problem.
No.
The problem is you're wrong.
I don't think so.
You're wrong. Okay?
I'm not...
Name one U2 song that's as good as what Radiohead has done.
No. But also...
Exactly, you can't.
Well, I can. I just don't want to.
Yeah, because you're scared.
Also, though, I'm not saying that either band is bad. Like, I love U2. U2's great. They got some really awesome stuff. I love
U2
Radiohead.
is fine. They're just not the same at all.
We're supposed to be talking about restaurants. I'm sorry.
No,
I branched us off.
You're the one who pulled us
I
in this
know.
horrid direction.
I just think it's funny that you get so upset about Radiohead.
All right. Remember what I said the other day about how Shelby Murray can't sing?
Okay, yeah, that's a little mean because she's one of my favorite singers.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't see where you're going.
So
with this.
why make fun of my favorite band if I can't make fun of yours?
Your logic is invalid.
That's not... Oh. I need some water.
Don't. Oh, I thought he was gonna audibly drink for you all to hear. That's always the worst. He's trying to. That's so gross, dude.
Okay. I think we should go to a song right now because I feel like if I talk anymore to Kevin in this moment...
Are you talking loud, man?
I'm going to hit him.
Don't.
So, on another topic, on the topic of a song break, we, meaning Kevin and I, were sitting in the cafeteria the other day. After a hard workout, I forced him to break his arms. And we heard this song come on, and we immediately...
Oh, we were at UDH. And it came on today, too.
Yeah.
It has played
We
in our
heard-
dining hall twice now. And
Twice in
both
like a week.
times, me and Evan just freak out and start dancing.
It's the drum beat is instantly recognizable.
Yeah.
And we got so excited about it that I created a funk playlist
Mm-hmm.
with a lot of the best funk songs, including Superstition.
Superstitious.
No, it's Superstition by Stevie Wonder.
Doesn't he say superstitious?
He does, but it's called Superstition.
I don't like that. Okay, sorry. Go on.
Let's Groove by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Just play the song.
Okay, we're going to play the song. This one's called Word Up by Cameo.
Everyone knows Word Up.
Let's hope so.
It's the code word.
This guy's got a bit of a goofy voice,
No matter if you say it, you'll know that you'll be heard.
but it's goofy in a cool way, you know what I mean?
All right. Well, yeah. I hope everyone
So-
enjoys Word Up by Cameo. It's a,
If you don't,
like I said,
just fix your brain because it's a good song.
it's the #1 song in the world, better than Radiohead.
I'm going to play the song now. Word Up by Cameo. Enjoy. That was Word Up by Cameo.
It's the cold word. No
That's-
matter. It's such a fun song.
There's some funk for you tonight. All right?
Everyone enjoys that song.
Let's hope so. Now, something we're not going to enjoy is the next top 10.
Okay.
Top 10 favorite scary movies.
Everyone enjoys scary movies, though.
Does everyone... I mean, we're not going to enjoy giving our list is what I'm saying because it's going to stir up a bit of controversy.
I mean, you go
between
right. I don't
us.
think so.
Between us.
Okay, I mean, if you think so.
So we have a lot of the same movies on our list.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of similar scary movies because we just watched a whole lot of them.
But also, we have some different ones because I haven't seen some of the ones that he has. And we also have different opinions as evidenced by the fast food lists.
Well, apparently so. I
Yeah.
mean, apparently my choices are just more correct.
They're just wrong is what... So we're going to start with my number 10.
That's your opinion. Go ahead.
We're going to start with my number 10. Top 10 my favorite scary movies. Number 10, 28 Days Later.
That's your number 10?
It's my number 10. I like
Okay.
it. I like it, but it's not like one of my favorites of all time.
I thought we were going to agree on things, but considering that that's like the number one greatest zombie film of
It's-
all time, and now you're just like, number 10.
It's number 10. Not number 10 zombie movie, number 10 scary movie. It's probably like top 3 zombie movies.
How dare you say that? It's
Okay.
easily number one.
Number
okay.
9.
Yeah, whatever.
Number 9 is Hush. I don't know if you've seen that movie. It's about a deaf girl in a home invasion situation, and it's like really good at being scary.
That sounds pretty bad because a home invasion is already scary.
Yeah.
And now the added
When you're like
element,
robbed of one of
deaf.
your senses. It was like Bird Box, but good.
Oh, ouch.
Except it didn't.
Oh, that's
what everyone's been
there's
saying.
people out there that listen to Bird. I mean, that watch Bird Box, bro.
That listen to Bird Box. It's my favorite podcast.
I mean, I guess you kind of have to listen to it. Am I right? You can't see it.
Number 8,
Go ahead.
Train to Busan. Now, Kevin
Okay.
doesn't think this is a scary movie, but it is zombies, so I think it falls into
Yeah,
the category.
I mean,
it's
not-
more of a thriller,
Right. And well,
which
not
I
e-
count in the
I
category.
don't know. It's like an action movie, but it's still scary. I mean,
There are scary parts.
if you're scared of zombies, then obviously it's
really
gonna be scary.
good, emotional, action-packed, scary zombie movie.
Yes.
It was a great
How
great
dare
one.
you put that above 28 Days Later, though?
Okay. Number 7, Halloween, the original one. Michael Myers. He's probably my favorite, not zombie.
Zombie.
My,
He's
my favorite
zombie
movie slasher villain. He's just so
Yeah.
creepy, and I love the
Halloween's-
theme.
Yeah, everyone loves that. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's number 7. Number 6, Pan's Labyrinth. Not necessarily a horror movie, but there are some very scary parts.
Is that the Guillermo del Toro
Yeah,
one?
he's one of my favorite
Yeah,
directors.
he's great. He's really good.
But there's a scene with the guy with eyes in his hands. That's like one of the scariest
I've seen
scenes.
that guy.
One of the scariest scenes in any movie. So I had to put it on the list. Number 5, Get Out. The one Jordan Peele directed.
I didn't think about that.
I really like that movie.
I really should have put that on my list because that's a good movie.
Yeah. Number 4, again, not really a scary movie by classic definitions,
Okay.
but Jurassic Park has some really good, like, real tense parts.
I think
The T-Rex scene with the car, the Velociraptors in the kitchen.
must go faster. Must go faster.
Yeah.
I think that movie was scarier when it first came out than it is
Right.
now.
The special effects are really good for the time.
Right.
I just really love that movie, so I wanted to put it on the list. Number 3, A Quiet Place.
That's A Quiet Place is pretty darn
That
awesome.
is the only movie where I think I forgot to breathe for the whole runtime.
That's the thing about A Quiet Place though. I think it's more than just a horror movie. It is like that is simply one of the best movie experiences
Yeah.
you can have in the theater because the whole audience is just like we cannot make any noise at all.
Oh
And
yeah,
so
except can we
everyone's
talk
silent.
about when we went with our friend? There'd be like the tensest, most
Oh,
silent scene in the
yeah.
movie, and he's got this cup of ice, and then
Yeah, we had this one friend that was just like
we love him.
he's
to
a great
death.
guy, but he was just drinking soda and eating popcorn really loud the whole time, and we were all like, "Dude, you really need to stop." And he's like pulling out candy wrappers, like making that plastic sound.
He's opening Cracker Jacks.
We also had a friend go with us that night who, if you've seen the movie, you know it gets very emotional.
Yeah.
There's some really
Oh,
emotional
yeah.
scenes, and we had a friend that bursted out laughing
During the most emotional
yeah, like
scene
the
of the
pinnacle
movie.
moment of that film.
That was the movie we watched after we came out and we met David.
David.
We told that story before. We met David, that
Did
edgy.
we told
We've
that story
told the
on
story.
here.
It was one of the first few episodes.
That was the movie we watched when we met the kid who
Afterwards.
thought he was so cool.
called us gay. That was cool.
He was like, "Are you guys
All right.
dead ass?" Okay, sorry.
So number 2, This is a big one. Suspiria. Kevin and I
Of
watched
course
that
you
movie.
put that really high up there.
Kevin, what is that supposed to mean?
Okay. Me and Evan went and saw this movie together. It was a pretty good, scary movie.
It was one of the most disturbing movies I'd ever seen.
Yeah, it was really disturbing. But like, Evan's been worshiping it. I swear he's
I'm not worshiping
He's
it.
part of the cult from
I couldn't
the
stop
movie.
thinking about it for like a whole week, which is the sign of a good movie.
You're possessed.
Okay, maybe. Maybe I am.
The witches got you.
The witches have me. But
I think it's a good movie.
it's one of my favorites.
But, like-
this is why it's my opinion.
Number 2?
Number one,
Go ahead.
Alien.
I don't...
The
Okay.
classic
I mean,
Alien.
okay. A really good horror movie, but I'm surprised that you picked it.
Why?
Because that's an odd choice for number 1. Do you like that Alien more than Aliens?
Well, Aliens, they're both on my favorite movies list, but Aliens is an action movie. and
It's still scary.
It is. But Alien is the horror movie for me.
Okay. I mean, Alien
The
is
suspense
really
is really good. The horror itself. Like, I can't imagine if you didn't expect certain scenes like the chest burster, what it would have been like seeing that in theaters.
Yeah. My favorite scene in the whole thing is when Dallas, I think,
Yeah.
when he goes into the vents.
Oh.
That is such a good scene.
With the motion tracker.
Oh my goodness. And they're like trying to contact him and his walkie-talkie's broken. Ooh, that was good. Really good.
And the end when she's on the escape pod and she's like, oh, I finally got away. You've seen the movie, right?
Oh, right. And he's hidden in
And
like the
the
wall
alien
thing.
like uncurls
yeah.
from the wall.
He looks like the pipes.
Ooh, that made my stomach turn. But yeah.
Did you ever see the dude that played the alien?
Yeah.
He was like 6'8" and like...
Well, yeah, it's so
really
weird
tall
seeing
dude.
like behind the scenes pictures of him because in the movie it looked so unhuman.
Right. It's just
They
like
did
you in
such
the
a good
suit.
job with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my number one of all time. Now my sad 11.
That's your sad 11.
A lot of people are gonna hate me
I'm
for
actually
this
excited to hear this.
because my reasoning is really weird. So my sad 11 is one of the scarier movies that I've seen.
Okay. What is it though?
It's The Conjuring.
I've never seen it.
It's The Conjuring, and it is probably one of the scariest movies that I have seen. But I do not like demon possession stuff. It freaks me out in a way that I don't enjoy.
Is The Conjuring the one with Annabelle?
Well, that's like a sequel, but yes, Annabelle was in The Conjuring.
Okay. I don't know anything about The Conjuring.
Like most horror movies scare me in a way that I can be like, oh, that was kind of fun, and like I got an adrenaline rush. But I just really did not like the stuff in The Conjuring.
Wow.
And it's a good movie. It's a great horror movie. I just cannot watch it.
We should watch it.
Nope, I've already watched it once. I'm not gonna shoot.
He's dropping stuff. He's so scared.
I'm not gonna watch it again. But yeah.
Okay.
So that's my
You
list.
sounded just so genuinely worried. Oh shoot!
Oh shoot! I got water on some of the equipment.
That's not good. Well, you shouldn't have said that over the thing. Now they have it recorded.
Oh no, I'm gonna get arrested.
Oh my
I'm gonna have to
goodness.
pay for this stuff. All right, so let's get your list.
All right. My list, top 10 scariest movies. Here we go.
I thought it was top 10 favorite scary movies
Top 10 favorite scary movies. Here we go.
because it's a slightly different list. I
Right.
think, we
Yeah,
go
if
by
it
that.
was just scariest, it'd be different. All right, so number 10, we're starting it off strong. Train to Busan, which
Okay.
you've already talked about.
Yeah.
It's just a really it's a South Korean movie,
Yeah.
right? So
North Korean.
we had I think it's South Korean.
North Korea doesn't make movies.
Yeah, South Korean zombie movie. We had to watch it with subtitles, but it's so good. The acting in it is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Extremely
Even
emotional.
Usually child actors like take you out of the movie.
No, the
But
girl in
the
that
child
movie,
actor in this
she
movie was
so good.
incredible.
So yeah, really awesome movie. Number 9, Pet Cemetery
I haven't
by
seen
Stephen
it,
King.
but I know the book is scary.
Yeah, the only reason I have it on here is because when I was like 3 or 4, back in my old house, my parents were watching that, and I think my brother and sister were watching it too. I walked in at like the worst time, and yeah, scarred for life ever since.
That's
It
great.
was terrifying what I saw. I'm not going to tell you all, but Pet Cemetery, scary as heck.
I feel like though, as a kid, a lot of things scarred me for a long time. Like there's a scene I walked down when my dad was watching X-Men, and I was like, "Oh,
Scariest
too much
movie
for
ever,
me."
dude.
I was a baby as a kid.
Michael Jackson's Thriller scared me when I was
Oh
really
yeah, my
young.
brother. We were in the Hard Rock Cafe in Gatlinburg, and
Yeah.
that music video was playing, and my brother started crying.
It's a scary video.
This was last year.
When he turns into the monster,
Yeah.
it's scary.
No, yeah, there was a good one.
All right.
Keep going.
My 8th place is a tie between two pretty similar movies, The Ring and The Grudge.
That's another one of those movies that I don't think I could watch and enjoy.
Which one?
Either one.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because it's just from what I've seen, it scares me in a way that I don't enjoy.
I'll go ahead and tell you, I don't think The Ring is that scary.
Yeah.
It's just really entertaining, but it's not
Okay.
that scary, actually. The Grudge is scary. The Grudge is really creepy.
I think the scariest thing right now is how my fingers bleed every 2 minutes because of how dry my skin is.
That's a thing that happens to the main characters in The Grudge.
Well, welcome to the movie.
That's the movie. I don't think I can do it, but like, there's this really gross monster in it, and it goes, and it's like a really terrifying sound.
That
Okay.
sounds like one of Michael Jackson's grunts.
Michael Jackson's famous grunts. Yeah, it's a scary movie though.
All right. What's your next
7th place was a fairly newcomer.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Scariest movie I've ever seen, man. Cosmo with his little green hair.
Okay.
Terror. All right, sorry. 7th place goes to the Babadook.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I need to see that.
if
movie.
you've never seen it, it's not really that scary, but it's creepy and it tells a good story.
Yeah.
I think you said that you've read into some of like this, a lot of the symbolism in it.
It's like depression.
Yeah, it's a very the whole story is like allegorical for a woman beating depression and stuff, but it's pretty scary. Yeah. And then 6th place, I saw this fairly recently. It's not the new movie, it's the old one, The Blair Witch Project. That, you want to talk about found footage films being scary? The original Blair Witch Project nails found footage films.
Before found footage got way overdone, it was really scary.
Yeah, and that movie is scary. It feels real. All the characters are so relatable. They all make smart decisions, and so
I
you're
love
just,
that in a movie.
Yeah, you got to really feel for them. It's bad. 5th place is where I have Suspiria.
Okay.
That's the terrifying
See,
movie that Evan and I saw.
I love the movie, but I can understand that it's not everyone's cup of tea.
I mean, it was great, but I'm not gonna like.
For me, it wasn't the scary parts
know-
that I loved. It was like all the dancing they did. It was set in a dance school, and so the dancing they did was like weirdly ritualistic and stuff. But I think it was really
I know
beautiful.
what you were gonna say there. That was kind of scary.
What?
I thought you were gonna say something creepy, like.
No,
I almost
okay.
wanted to join them. I'm like,
Well,
oh my God, do
I
stop.
do, but that's beside
No.
the point. But it was I really enjoyed the movie as an art piece.
Okay.
I don't know how pretentious that sounds, but I did.
I don't know.
So, and
Okay.
I like Radiohead, so I'm already pretentious.
So 4th place is not necessarily a movie that I enjoy, but I just got to give it credit for being one of the scariest movies I've ever seen, and it scared a whole lot of people.
Oh.
And that's Jaws.
Yeah. It like Beaches suffered business loss
Yeah.
for like years after
I don't
that.
know if you've seen it. It's
Parts of it.
I don't really enjoy it. It's honestly kind of boring at
Yeah.
times because it's just like unbelievably slow.
Mhm.
But when it is scary, it's scary. You know, it's
And like
just-
the theme song is probably one of the most well-known.
yeah,
horror
everyone
themes.
knows the theme song.
Da-na, da-na.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Jungle Boogie.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. 3rd place is where I have A Quiet Place.
Okay.
It's just one of the best movies for like being
that's-
scary
I got
while
it the same
also
spot.
having a good narrative.
Yeah.
Oh, really? 3rd place? Nice. 2nd place, probably not that many people know this movie. This is one that the Haas family used to watch a whole lot. And that's The Others. If you've never heard of or seen The Others, I recommend it. I still remember it because we used to watch it so much. There's a great twist at the end. It's just good ghost story. Just go watch it. Okay. So that's 2nd place. And number 1. Did you give your shot 11th?
Yeah, Conjuring.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Number 1, my favorite scary movie, which Evan had at 10th place. 28 Days Later. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out there. I don't normally like zombie films that much. I don't. I think they're overrated. I think they're boring. They're more just action movies than they are scary. 28 Days Later proved me wrong. That is the scariest movie ever. I love it. It's nonstop, just entertainment.
It's very
Yeah.
good.
It's such a good movie. Go watch 28 Days Later, but be ready because it's spooky.
I think it's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a very, very good movie, but
Yeah.
it's not the scariest movie of all time.
It scared me more than just about any other movie.
Okay, so you're
Like at the
you're a
current age that
coward.
I am, because I watched that recently. You know?
What's your sad 11?
My sad 11th? Oh, I feel so bad
Say it.
saying this,
Say it.
dude. I'm putting down the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with this one.
He's not here.
My sad 11th is I Am Legends, just because. Hear me out. Cool premise, you know, very
The book
like
was apparently great.
very like depressing premise that just
Yeah.
immediately makes you want to root for the main guy since he's already lost so much. But the movie I just can't take seriously because those monsters look so dumb. They're like CG. They're 100% CGI, and they just look like. No offense, they just look like naked people that are just like
That's pretty scary.
and
That's scarier than
no,
any
it's
other
not
monster.
scary. It's so dumb. Sorry, Will Smith. Hope you don't
I
hear
haven't
this.
seen the movie, so I can't debate that. I'd like, though, to give an honorable mention to Saw. I don't know how other people
No,
feel about it.
I don't like Saw.
Hey, listen. I'm going to explain myself. I don't know how other people feel about it. The sequels were pretty garbage, but the first movie, while it was very violent and made use of, like, gore horror, it was actually a really good psychological thriller, and the twist at the end, like, blew my mind the first time I saw it.
Okay, it's got a great twist. I've seen the original song, and it's got a great twist. Like it's great, and that song too is really
Yeah.
good. The da na na,
Yeah.
da na na. It's really awesome. But you have to realize that even in that very first movie, they are like relying on gore to be half of the film.
No, I
And-
didn't find the gore scary, but what was scary to me...
No, it's not that it's scary. It's just like it's a cheap tactic.
But listen, I'm gonna. I didn't find the gore scary, but the movie still scared me because it was like putting myself in that situation. That was what's scary.
Oh,
like
I'd be
thinking,
dead.
Thinking, could I do this?
No, I'd be dead
Like,
in every single
could I
thing.
saw off my own foot?
No, I'd be dead in every single thing that
That's
he did in those
that's
movies.
what I liked about the movie is it made you think about what would I do in this situation more than any other movie I've seen.
Maybe that's why I don't like it, because I can think about what I would do so quickly. I'd be like, okay, I give up.
You've killed me.
Like, I would flat out, like, look at the camera. I'd be like, dude, I'm not even going to try.
You got a gun, just
I'm
let
just
me
gonna
die.
sit here.
But yeah,
And,
so
then he'd be like, are you sure? And I'd be like, yeah, dude, just...
he's like,
just-
I spent a long time setting this game up.
you don't want to play a game?
Please,
I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm positive.
just please play the game.
I'm maybe like
I spent-
Candyland or Monopoly,
I spent
but
2 days setting this game up for you.
I don't want to play this game, man.
Get- Okay, all right. He doesn't want to play the game. What do we do? No, good movie. It's not perfect, so it really didn't make my list, but I still really like it, so I wanted to mention it.
All right. Well, that's fair, I guess.
Yeah. So let's go.
Should we get any emails at all?
We got one email, and it's about U2 versus Radiohead, so this is going to be good.
Oh, okay.
This says U2 has songs that pull emotions that feel like heartbreak music, while Radiohead has music that you can play in a sensory deprivation chamber. Also, Radiohead is better than U2.
Okay. First off, that's your opinion.
Radiohead also makes emotional music, but I agree with the overall sentiment. Radiohead's music is much more trippy and weird. A lot of it,
yeah,
anyway.
that's okay. Sure. U2 is more of like...
U2 feels like something my dad would listen to, which is not a bad
My
thing.
dad does listen to U2.
But it's just like, it's a safe band.
I think my dad listens to U2.
U2 is a safe band. That's the point, really. Is that I showed my parents Radiohead and they didn't like it, but I know that my parents like U2.
I don't know if my parents like Radiohead. Like, I feel like I've shown them multiple songs and they're always just like... They put on like their most disgusted face and they're like, yeah, it's pretty good. And I'm like, it doesn't look like you all enjoy it. And they're like, no, it's good. I'm sorry, parents.
Yeah, they'll be fine. I'm sure they enjoy the show even when you make fun of them.
I'm not making fun of them.
When
I'm
you
just saying
talk
they
garbage about
never
the
look
people who
happy when I
raised
play
you,
Radiohead.
The people who fed you and bathed you and clothed you.
Okay.
So, next song break, our second song break
It's a
of the night.
Radiohead song. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's pretty close.
Okay.
It's lead singer Radiohead did the soundtrack for Suspiria.
Oh, it actually is.
Yeah, Suspiria. And so it's a kind of a creepy, beautiful song.
Yeah, we figured since we were talking about scary movies,
We
we'll
wanted
play
to-
like a creepy,
Right.
eerie song.
It's not really creepy. It's just from a really creepy movie. And the
It's
scene
got an eerie tone to it,
the
though.
scene it happens in is like what in the world is
Yeah,
going
I just
on.
remember. I don't know if we made eye contact at all during that.
No,
but
I think we did afterwards because I remember during it my mouth was just agape and I was just staring at the screen.
yeah. All right.
So this is called Unmade by Tom York from the Suspiria soundtrack.
I think before we play this, it's important to mention, please stick with us until this last top 10. Because
Yeah,
this song
this
is a bit of a journey, so you got to
It is.
really push hard to get through it.
It's a good journey though,
Yeah.
and the last top 10 is going to be kind of angry.
We're gonna throw fists. We're gonna throw banana
All right,
peels. We're
let's
gonna
get
throw
let's
teeth.
get to it, or we're going to run out of time.
All right, sorry.
So this is Unmade by Tom York. Hope you enjoy. That was Unmade by Tom York.
Tom York, lead singer of Radiohead.
Very, very good song.
How's he doing?
He's doing good.
He's
They
looking a
said
little rough around the edges.
He does look a little terminal, but he said they're planning on getting the band back together. They haven't broken up. They're just all doing their own thing right now. But he says they're planning on doing another album, which is really exciting.
That's great.
So our last top 10
The top 10th of top 10s in the 10th episode.
is top 10 top 10s that Evan and Kevin have done on their show.
No, I'm just-
it's a really
no.
short one. No, it's top 10 kids shows,
Top 10 kids shows. You all know them.
which is a surprisingly touchy topic for some people.
It can be. I mean,
when someone gets talking about why their show is better than someone else's,
yeah.
it's worse than like the fast food restaurants. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and start my
You
list.
do your top 10 list. Let's hear these.
My number 10 is I had one written down, but then I decided I was gonna change it.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Do you need some time to think?
You do your list first.
My
We'll come
whole
back
list?
to me. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll come back to me.
All right, we'll do my whole list. I'm going to save my number one, though.
So
'Cause-
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Okay, go ahead.
All right,
Go
let me
ahead.
find it real fast. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I have it right here.
Yeah, sorry, I got it. All right, so top 10 kids shows. This is a big deal. 10th place for me is going to Fairly Odd Parents because that show, I watched it a lot when I was younger, but it's kind of just like not funny.
You didn't pay attention is the problem probably because it was very funny.
No, it really wasn't.
It was before they added the baby and the dog and the neighbor when it back in its
But
golden age.
before they added like 90% of the show.
No. Back in the good old days, it was good.
I
Okay?
always thought Jürgen von Strangle was really funny, and I always thought that Crocker
Denzel
was
Crocker.
really... Yeah, he was great. But Timmy wasn't funny. Oops,
I don't
said
think
it.
he was supposed to be. He was just supposed to be what everything
Okay,
was happening.
well, you know who
to.
was supposed to be funny and who wasn't?
Cosmo?
Cosmo. Cosmo was supposed to be the
he was
funniest
like
person in the
he
show.
was like he was the slapstick part.
He wasn't funny, though. He was literally just
Okay.
like, "Hi, guys, I'm Cosmo. I'm..."
Okay, if you didn't like one character, that doesn't mean the whole show wasn't. Funny.
He's 90% of that show's
He
humor.
wasn't. Denzel Crocker, Jorgen von Strangle, remember?
Okay.
Juan Decimo,
Okay. Who's Juan Decimo?
the one who's in love with Wanda. Continue on with your list. Get
Oh
out of
my
here.
gosh.
Come on.
You know who was funny in that show, though?
What?
Do you remember the doctor fairy that was always like, "Oh, no, you're going to die." And he would be like, "What? But that's impossible." I'd be like, "No, you're going to die. I'm going to go play golf, though. See ya."
Yeah, he
He was
always
great.
went to play golf.
Okay.
So,
9th place. Oh, this is going to get some hate. Drake and Josh.
oh,
I mean, they're good, but they're not great.
Drake?
Sorry.
Drake, where's the body of Christ?
Classic quote from Drake and Josh.
Continue. I'm gonna wholeheartedly disagree with its placement on the list, but at least it,
just-
made the list.
It was funny. Like, there were funny parts. And,
It's
like,
spherical.
I always loved all the moments with where Megan did terrible stuff to them, you know? But, like,
Go into my room again, and you will wake up underwater.
but I don't know. I guess I just didn't watch it enough to really think it was that amazing.
That's a sad.
I'm
sad
sorry, dude. I'm
childhood.
sorry.
It's okay.
8th place. Gosh, I feel bad now saying that this beats Drake and Josh because it's just everyone loves that show so much. But 8th place, I have Dexter's Lab.
That's a pretty good show.
I just thought Dexter's Lab was so funny. You know, Dee, you are so stupid. And like,
Didi, get out of my laboratory.
yeah, they were all, it was such a fun show. And the parents in that show,
Yeah.
I will stand by my word. They are the funniest parents in any cartoon show ever. Ever.
That's a bold claim.
Well, I'm sticking with it.
I don't know if I can substantiate it.
All right. 7th place is going to Danny Phantom.
That was a good show.
Yeah. Like, you cannot tell me that if you were in front of a TV and suddenly you heard dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, like, that would you'd get so excited.
That was the hype noise.
It was that was
Mo Bamba, but for little kids.
was that not the greatest theme song to a TV show? It was so good.
When he first woke up, he realized he had ghost white hair and
glowing
glowing green eyes.
he could walk through walls and
Disappear
appear
and fly. He was much
Wait.
as in need in an upper guy. It was then that he knew that he had to... Okay, we're going to move on.
He
We
just stopped all
don't-
the ghosts that were coming through. All right,
He's here to fight for me and...
Gotta catch him all. Sing the whole thing.
We're going to sing the whole thing. Continue on your list.
Danny Phantom's great though.
Yeah.
Just good action show. All right, 6th place, Tom and Jerry. Sometimes you gotta go with the classics.
Slapstick actually works in
Right.
that show.
Like, that, normally slapstick isn't that funny, but
Right.
that show did it the best.
And my favorite parts of that show was when one of them would like actually hurt the other,
Yeah.
and they'd be genuinely concerned, like that wasn't their goal the whole time, dropping anvils and irons on each other.
Did you ever watch the episode where Jerry, like, pushes the grand piano down the staircase and it smashes Tom at the bottom and he, like, actually dies and goes to heaven? It was
Yes.
really sad. And Jerry's like, what have I done?
I've got blood on my hands. There's one episode I feel like where they blew the house up, like they ended up setting off a bomb or something, and they were both just laying there, like holding each other's hands in the crater.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
You never go wrong with Tom
It's a
and
great
Jerry,
show.
though. Fifth place is an odd one. Probably not many people know it. Ren and Stimpy.
Well, people would know it if they're a little older than us.
Yeah, it's one of my brother's favorite cartoons, so I grew up watching that with him.
I never watched it. I saw like one episode and I
It's
got creeped
weird.
out. I got
yeah,
creeped out.
it's
so I
really,
didn't
it's
like
kind of scary, actually. That should have been my number one on scariest movies.
it. Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, go try it out. Maybe not though. It's weird. Fourth place. Oh, that's right. Fourth place is going to Courage the Cowardly Dog. I always loved Courage. He's like, Mariel and Eustace.
Yeah.
They're so great.
Stupid dog! You made me look bad.
It's such a cozy show,
In the
while,
worst way
while
possible.
also being terrifying.
Right.
But that's why I love it. Everything about it was good. Third place, I'm sure you might disagree with this, but
Yeah.
Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack.
Mm.
It came out when we were in like 4th or 5th grade
Yeah.
maybe, and I instantly fell in love with it. It's so over the top and weird and gross.
Yeah,
but
I didn't like the
hilarious.
gross, so I didn't watch it that much.
It's so funny though. Like, there's an episode where the captain, the dumb captain that Flapjack is
Yes.
with, he has,
Knuckles.
they have a jar of wishes, and there's only
Yeah, I
there's
do
only
like-
2 wishes left, and he's saving one of them to go to Candy Island. That's
Right.
so he's like, well, I'm going to use my other wish first, and then I'll go to Candy Island. And he goes, I'd like to wish for a new hat and a corn dog, and now I wish to be at Candy Island. And he gets the new hat and the corn dog, and then he's like, why am I not at Candy Island? And they're like, you wished for 2 things. And he's like, no, I wished for a new hat and a corn dog. Oh, it's so great.
See, looking back, I laugh at a lot of the jokes in that show, but as a kid, I just couldn't get into it. 'Cause
It's
the
so
gross
funny.
parts were too weird.
All right, second place goes to the first serious show I ever watched as a kid.
Yeah.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
What a like a masterpiece of
Yes.
a show.
It was just, I mean, how do you make a drama for kids and actually make it really intense and like
and serious,
emotional?
but also engaging for kids.
Right. It was good for kids, but so great. I mean, I could watch it now probably
Right.
and still be interested. So yeah, second place. I'll save my first place. I'll go ahead and do my sad 11th. So my sad 11th is Ed, and Eddie. I'm
People-
sorry.
I didn't like the show, but I know a lot of people do like the show.
Yeah, I'm sorry if you're a fan of Ed, and Eddie, but that show was trash. I'm sorry. It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. It did have a guy named Kevin in it. That's a plus.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was not funny. It was just really dumb,
Wait.
bad animation.
When has anything having someone named Kevin in it made it any better?
I mean, what about this show?
That's
Our
what
show.
I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm
take it
kidding.
back.
I love you, Kevin.
But it wasn't funny. It just wasn't.
That's an opinion.
Bad animation too.
It certainly is an opinion.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go with my list. I remember what I wanted my number 10 to be.
Go ahead.
Number 10, for me, is Dexter's Lab. I think it's a really funny show, but I didn't watch it as much as I watched other shows as a kid.
Okay.
So that is number 10, but I like it a lot. Number 9, Adventure Time.
I never watched it.
That's another funny show. That also had some really serious moments in it.
Yeah.
Not as many as Avatar, but when it did have a moment of gravity, it worked.
Huh.
Number 8. Now keep in mind this is my tastes as a child, so
Okay.
this is not me looking back and being like these are all the most high quality shows. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Never watched. Okay.
It was funny to me back then. I don't know if it would still be funny now, but I loved it back in the day.
I guess I'll just go ahead and throw it out there so I don't have to say it for every show on your list.
You haven't seen.
We
a lot
didn't
of
watch
them.
the Disney Channel. We just didn't. We watched
Weird.
Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. So, sorry Disney Channel. That was my sister's thing, not mine.
My favorite moment in that show is where Mr. Mosby, the hotel manager, is trying to teach London how to drive, the spoiled rich girl,
Yeah.
and she's confused about the gear shift, which she calls the Prindle.
Brindle.
And he goes, how about we just relax and put on the radio? Would you like am or
That's great.
That was a really funny. This is my favorite quote from it. So, number 7, Fairly Odd Parents. I just watched it a lot as a kid. I liked it.
It wasn't funny though.
You're wrong.
Keep going.
Okay. Admit that there were funny parts.
It had silly parts.
It had funny parts. Jorgen von Stringel, the doctor. Denzel Crocker, you admitted it.
Okay.
And then you said
sure,
it's not funny.
Sure, whatever is funny.
I know you didn't mean that. Number 6, Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah. I thought about including that, but
The movie, too.
I thought that was implied. That it'd be on my list.
Well, no, you can't imply anything. Our number 1s should be implied, but they're not.
I'm sure a lot of people already know what our
Yeah,
number
they know
one
what number 1
is.
is. Number 5, Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
Of course.
Of course.
It's a classic. Number 4, Phineas and Ferb.
Nope.
Actually, a pretty clever show for being for kids. A lot of the jokes were just, well, they went over my head as a kid, but looking
No
back,
offense. I always just thought they looked weird.
I mean, yeah,
And I was
I
like,
wasn't watching it because I had a crush on them. I mean, that's not the only reason I watched it, is what I'm saying. Number 3, Drake and Josh.
wow. That's
Really-
pretty high up on the list.
Really good show. Number 2, Avatar: The Last Airbender. We already said
And
why.
that's our number 2. We are the same number 2 and number 1.
Yeah, number 2. It's just, I can't think of any way the show could have been made better.
Right.
It's just so good. And
Do
number
your
one-
sad 11th
Sad
first.
11th, right. I don't know if a lot of you remember this show, but there's a show on, I was thinking Nickelodeon, like Teen Nick, called Mr. Meaty. And it was claymation. It was just this really
It's so gross.
like, fast food. It was trying to be like Keenan and Kel.
There was the one, like, emo worker
Yeah.
who talked like this. And he'd be like, I'm
I just
gonna
hated it.
make a big burger and it's gonna be really gross.
It gave me nightmares.
It was a
once,
gross
too.
show.
It was just gross. So, number 1, let's just say it at the same time. 3, 2, 1.
SpongeBob SquarePants. You can't. Come on,
It's-
guys. What do you expect from us?
In the golden days, before it started losing its original writers and stuff,
Right.
it was one of the funniest shows.
I think.
Not even one of the funniest kids shows. I'd
Yeah,
dare to
it's
say
one of the funniest
one of the
shows out
funniest
there.
shows.
Like you just have to give credit when you can walk up to, I'd say a solid like
Most people,
80%
right.
of our generation and give a quote and
And
they
they'll-
will react. They'll be like, I remember that.
Or they'll continue
laugh
the
at it.
quote.
Yeah, like everyone
It
knows
influenced their sense of humor
SpongeBob.
so much.
It's such a good show.
I mean, I don't really think there's much else to say about that.
I don't think so.
Unless we want to
It's
start spitting off
SpongeBob, dude.
quotes.
Did we get anything else? We get any people?
I don't know if we got
hating
any
on us?
emails.
Oh, I just got a text message that just says, I'm going to end you.
So, that was probably for the Ed, Ed, and Eddie
I
quote.
guess I better be watching my back.
Oh, there's someone in the window. Kevin, there's someone.
Huh?
We are actually a little after time. I feel like we fit that in pretty well, and we didn't cut each other's heads off.
No.
Like I thought we were.
Well, not yet.
There are some of your opinions where I think could use some re-educating.
Yeah, whatever. I don't think so.
Of
I mean,
course.
probably the dumbest
Of
thing
course.
I think the dumbest thing you said was putting 28 Days Later as 10.
It was all right.
I watched that movie with you.
It was scary. It's not, but it wasn't a list of scariest movies. It was a list of my favorite scary movies.
Yep. Well, me and Evan watched that on a trip to Gatlinburg last spring break.
I enjoyed the experience.
And it was
I'm
phenomenal.
glad I watched
so,
the movie.
Yep.
It's on my list, but it's not top tier.
You can't go back. You can't undo what you've done.
Okay. Well, we have one more song for you, and then we'll send you on your way. And you know more about the song than I do, so you go ahead.
I do, but wait, do I? I forgot what the song even was. Sorry.
Firewall.
Oh, it is that. Okay. Right. Yeah, so this is a band that I've listened to for a while. I didn't expect to play this song, and then Evan was like, why don't you pick one of their songs? And I was like, oh, okay. So this is a band I've liked for a long time called Les Frictions.
Oh my god.
Something just fell and died.
Hey!
Hey, security guard just saw us. All right. So this is a band called
Hey,
Les...
he's pointing our gun at us.
Whoa. This is a band called Les Friction, and this is they're a very like over the top like epic movie trailer band
it's like
basically.
epic cinematic music.
Yeah, they're really cool though. This song is called Firewall, so I guess this is a good closer for
Yeah.
our battle that's about to take place.
We're gonna be fighting each other with fisticuffs.
Yeah,
while this
if
is
you're not a
playing.
fan of the song, just imagine me and Evan brutally beating
Brawling
the
to
heck
the
out
death.
of each other on top of this.
So, thank you guys again
Appreciate it as
for
always.
coming in to listen to us babble on.
Instead of late night bingo, what the
I know
heck?
some of you came up, you went instead of it. Some of you came in during it.
Some of you won late night bingo, and while on stage receiving your prize, pulled out your phone, got on
You got your
BellarmanRadio.com.
Beats headphones, put them over your ears, and said, "I'm listening to Evan and Kevin's 10 to 11. This is the only prize I need."
Yeah,
Thank you."
I can't accept my new reward because nothing could top this amazing Tuesday podcast.
But yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. We love you.
We do. We really do love
We
you guys.
appreciate you. Here's Firewall by Le Friction, and we'll see you next week.
Good night.
Good night.
The stars are blind, my love. You will learn to crawl under oceans above. That force will fuel its hate. When it drains your soul, it'll flood the gate. Fear is our device, so quiet and precise. It's not what I allow, not in my world now. Deep beneath the light, a spark will now ignite. You will see me now. This is my world now. They come to your dreams with illusion. They come to bring shape to your mind. You know how to stop the intrusion. We all have to fight This force is in love with you.